Hello all you wonderful people, I'm Nikki and today I'll be going over the choreography for the chorus of Psycho by Red Velvet. I'll be going over all the moves, step by step, breaking down the arm motions and the leg motions, and also please keep in mind that this video is mirrored so you can watch and learn as is. So with that, let's get started. The first 8 counts we're going to learn look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to first break that down to just the arm motions. So on 1 and 2, you're going to bring your arms up into these sort of 2-fingered gun positions, and you're going to circle around your head for 2 counts. So we have 1, 2. Then on 3, 4, you're going to cross your fingers or cross your arms in front of your body and then bring them out so that your fingers are pointing towards your temple. So that's on 3, 4. Then on 5, you're going to turn your hands outward and then push them to the upwards corners of the room. Then on 6, you bring them back towards your temple, except this time, if you were to open up your palms, they would be facing the camera or the front of the room. So that's 6. Then on 7, 8, you're going to point your fingers sort of at head level and then again at shoulder level. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we'll be going over the leg motions for this section. On 1, your right foot is going to step out. It should be a little wider than shoulder width apart. Then from the counts 1 through 2, you're sort of going to be shifting your weight back and forth between your right and your left foot. So on 1, as I said, you step on your right foot. On the and count, you're going to be more on your left foot. Then on 2, you're back to your right foot. So we have 1 and 2. Then on 3, you're going to bring your left foot in to meet your right foot. On 4, it comes back out to the side. Then on 5, it actually kicks up in front of your right foot. So your left ankle should be approximately in front of your right knee. So we have 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. Then on 6, it's going to happen pretty quick. You're going to shift your weight back onto your left foot, and then your right knee or your right leg is going to kick up in front of your left leg, just like you did on the other side. So we have 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then on 7, 8, you simply put your right foot back down again and sort of settle into your right hip. I'm going to be honest, the leg motions for this section look a bit strange when you don't have the arm motions going on, and they also make a lot more sense once you add the arm motions. So now, let's put it all together. We have 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the next 8 count that we're going to learn starts from this position that we left off on, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our arm motions start on 1. You're going to bring your arms up. Your hands are in fists. You bring your arms up, and then on 1, you hit in front of your chest, almost as if there's a table in front of you or a bar that you're hitting, so it stops your arms from moving anymore. After you hit this tabletop position on 1, you're going to drop your arms back down to your side on 2. Then on 3, 4, you make this rotating motion with your arms so that they're rotating around each other, and they should be rotating towards your body. So you have 3, 4, on 4 they stop. Then on 5, it's like you're pushing something towards the camera and away. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You may have noticed that as I was doing these arm motions, I was also adding in a body roll, and that will come easier once we add the legs, so that's what we're going to cover now. Our leg motions start. We ended in this position after 7, 8 from the last 8 count. Then on 1, you're going to bring your right foot in to meet your left foot. Then when you bring your right foot in, you're going to shift your weight completely onto your right foot so that your left leg can come off the ground. And throughout the entire 8 count, you're just going to be doing the same thing, which is just this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on all the odd counts, that's 1, 3, 5, and 7, you're going to have your weight on your right foot. So that's 1. Then on all the even counts, all counts between, you're going to have your weight on your left foot. So even though you're spending half the counts on your right foot, the other half on your left foot, you should really think about spending more time on your right foot. Because that's really when you're into the ground, grounded, doing more of the body roll, and your left foot is really just pushing off the floor. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to get a little bit more in detail and work more on the body roll, I like to think about it as on the 1, when your weight is on the odd counts, when your weight is on your right foot, your butt or your hips are more going to be moving from the front to the back. Then on the even counts, when your weight is on your left foot, it's going to be moving towards the front. So if you look from the side, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Now let's go over everything we have all the way from the beginning till the end of the body roll section. We'll first do it just with counts, then with 75% speed music, then with full speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You got me feeling like a psycho. 우리 보고만 자꾸 다시 안 볼 듯. 그리곤 웃겨 안아. You got me feeling like a psycho. 우리 보고만 자꾸 다시 안 볼 듯.
The next 8 count we're going to learn looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. So first, the arm motions. On 1, you're going to bring your fists sort of in front of your shoulders. Your elbows should be hinged and tucked in at your sides. And on 1, 2, 3, you're going to circle your arms this way. It should be clockwise and like you're moving your arms along a tabletop in front of you. So we have 1, 2, 3. Then on and 4, you're going to bring your arms slightly up and then back down. Then on and 5, your right arm is going to hinge and sort of hit this position here and then come back down so that your hand is resting on your hip. Then on 6, your left arm is going to come up and again make this gun position with your hand and circle around your head as we've done before, except this time it's just your left hand. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Now moving on to the leg motions for this count of 8. From 1 to 3, as you're circling around like this with your arms, your legs are going to be doing this sort of motion. On all the counts, your knees are going to be together. On all the and counts in between, your legs should be separated like this. At all times, your feet are basically staying together though. So you're not moving your entire leg, it's mainly just your knees. In addition, every time your knees are together, you should switch weight on your feet. It's not a big step, it's just a slight shift of weight. So we have 1, 2, 3. After those 3 counts, you're going to step out with your right foot so that's to the side on 4. You're going to keep your legs in this position for the 4 and the 5 counts. Then on the and 6, you're going to bring your left foot behind your right foot on the and, then rock back onto your right foot on 6. So it's just a rock, you're just, again, shifting your weight, rocking back and forth. You're going to continue this for the and 7 and 8 count. So we have and 6, and 7, and 8. Altogether for the legs, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. So now that leads us to adding the arm motions to the legs. We ended the last count of 8 after the body roll section here. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8. The next count of 8 looks like this. And 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Starting with the arm motions, your right hand is basically going to stay on your hip for the first few counts, and your left arm is going to change. So we have this position, and then on and, you're going to bring your left hand in front or on your forehead. It's like you're looking for something, except your elbow should be tucked in like this. So it's sort of in front of your shoulder. On the and count, you're going to hit this position, but look towards your right side. So we have and. Then on 1, you look back to the front. So we have and 1. On 2, you're going to bring your elbow out to the side. So 2. Then on and 3, you're going to bring your arm down and to the side. So it's like you bring your arm down in front of your face, then push off to the side and down. And while you're doing this, it's sort of like a fun and sassy motion because when you push off to the side, it's almost like there's a wall here, and so your body is going to move away from it. And it's like a little body roll, little head roll, and pretty fun and sassy. At the same time, when you drop your arm down, you're going to also bring your right arm down with it. So we have and 1, 2, and 3. Next, on and 5, you're going to move your left arm and bring it up towards the side. Your hand should be in a fist, upwards on your side, then outwards and around. This should be a pretty quick and almost jolty motion, so you don't want to make it graceful or anything. It's just and 5, like almost rushed through. After you make this sort of circle motion with your left arm on and 5, on the 6th count, you don't move your arms. Then on and 7, 8, it's just and 7, 8. So on the and count, you bring your arms up in this sort of small T position, then back down on 7, and then on 8, it's just a quick flick of the head. So all together for the arm motions, we have and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Now moving on to the leg motions for this section of the dance. We ended the previous count of 8 here with our left foot behind our right foot. On and, you're going to bring your left foot a little wider than shoulder width apart, and then you're going to stay here for the 1 and 2 count. You're going to move on the and 3 count. You're going to shift your weight more onto your right foot, then back onto your left foot. It's a very small motion. On the and 5 count, you're going to bring your legs together, but you're going to step on the and on your right foot, and then on the 5 on your left. So it's and 5. Finally, on the and 7 count, you're going to basically do the same thing except come forward a bit, and 7. Just going over the leg motions for this section one more time before adding the arms. We have and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Now let's add the arm motions to the legs, and you'll see how everything sort of makes sense and fits together a lot more. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. This next count of 8 is pretty simple and what I consider to be one of the more iconic sections of this chorus. This section looks like this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it. So basically from 1 to 4, your body is going to be swaying slowly towards the right. And from 5 to 8, you're going to be swaying slowly towards the left. In addition to the swaying, on all of the odd counts, so that's 1, 3, 5, and 7, you're going to be popping your knees up like this. And it's a pretty quick motion. It doesn't have to be huge. So that's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then on the 3 count and the 7 count, your head just pops up like this. And it's just a quick, small little motion. So we have all together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to quickly cover the next 8 count since it's relatively simple, and then we'll go over again everything we've learned with counts and everything like that. So this next section looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to be stepping backwards on your right, left, and then right foot on 1, 2, and 4. And in between and after each step, I like to think I'm sort of swinging my hips and settling my weight. So before I step back on 1, I sort of swing my hips around to settle back onto my right hip on 1. Then on 2, I step back, and then I swing my hips and settle. Then on 4, I step back and again swing my hips around before settling. This is a minor detail, and if you're just focusing on getting the steps and adding the arms, don't worry about this for now. The arms are going to be relatively simple. On 1, when you step back with your right foot, your left arm is just going to come and settle on your left hip like this, so on 1. Then on 2 and, when you step back with your foot on 2, on the and count, you're going to bring your hands in front of your chest crossed like this, then out on the 3. So we have 1, 2, and 3. By the time you uncross your hands, your hip should have swung around and you should be fully settled into your left hip. Next, after I step back on my right foot on 4, then settle. I should settle by 5, and at the same time, I'm going to bring my hands and clap sort of in front of my face on 5, then down in front of my belly button, I suppose, on 6. So all together, after the swaying and head nodding section, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then on 7, 8, you're just going to push forward, similar to the motion that we did in the beginning of the chorus, and step forward with your right and then left leg. So it's just 7, 8. Now let's go over everything we've learned from the beginning all the way till 7, 8, which we just covered. We'll first do the choreography with counts, then 75% speed music, then full speed music. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You got me feeling like a psycho, psycho. 우리 보고 말이 자꾸, 자꾸. 다시 안 볼 듯 싸우다가도 붙어다니니 말야. 이해가 안 간대. 웃기지도 않대. 맞아, psycho, psycho. 서로 좋아지는 바보, 바보. 너 없이 너질 않고. 그리곤 웃겨 안아. You got me feeling like a psycho, psycho. 우리 보고 말이 자꾸, 자꾸. 다시 안 볼 듯 싸우다가도 붙어다니니 말야. 이해가 안 간대. 웃기지도 않대. 맞아, psycho, psycho. 서로 좋아지는 바보, 바보. 너 없이 너질 않고.
Congratulations, you're almost done learning the entire dance, and I have good news for you when I tell you that the rest of the dance is basically choreography that you already learned earlier, and it's just repeating, so you're almost done. The next section is going to look really familiar, and it's this one. There's only one small change, and I'll get to that. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Now, this part is just slightly different. Instead of bringing your right hand to your hip, as we did in the previous time we did this section, instead it's just going to come up and be the exact same arm motions as your left hand. So then we have in 6 and 7, 8. So it's just circling around your head the same as your left, and that's the only change. The next 4 counts of the next section should look very familiar because it's just and 1, 2, and 3, 4. Then on 5, 6, 7, 8, this is when the members of Red Velvet are really kind of just moving into their positions for the next section. So I usually just step to the side and do something like that. And that's the end of the entire chorus. Congratulations, you made it. Now let's go over the entire dance with count 75% speed music, and finally the entire chorus with full speed music. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You got me feeling like a psycho, psycho. 우리 보고 말이 자꾸, 자꾸. 다시 안 볼 듯 싸우다가도 붙어다니 이 말야. 이해가 안 간대. 웃기지도 않대. 완전 psycho, psycho. 서로 좋아지는 바보, 바보. 너 없인 어지럽고 슬퍼져. 기운도 많았어요. 둘이 잘 만났대. Hey love you okay. Hey trouble. 그리곤 웃겨안아. You got me feeling like a psycho, psycho. 우리 보고 말이 자꾸, 자꾸. 다시 안 볼 듯 싸우다가도 붙어다니 이 말야. 이해가 안 간대. 웃기지도 않대. 맞아 psycho, psycho. 서로 좋아지는 바보, 바보. 너 없인 어지럽고 슬퍼져. 기운도 많았어요. 둘이 잘 만났대. Hey love you okay. Hey trouble.
That's all for this video. I truly hope this tutorial was helpful for you guys and that you enjoyed learning this dance with me. If you'd like to see more content like this or K-pop dance cover videos, please like and subscribe or follow me on Instagram. I hope you have a wonderful day and a beautiful beginning to your 2020.
Hey trouble 경고 따윈 없이 오는 나 I'm a original visual 우린 원래 이랬어 Yeah 두렵지는 않아 It's hot, let me just hop